This is me, the Grand Duchess Rasmus Koenig, also known as Ryan Tomlinson, aka Here I Am. How are you doing this evening on this beautiful rainy Monday? This is my 1 year anniversary after 1 year anniversary after triumphing over adversity of suffering at the hands of very structured, organized, respectable criminals. So forth, I label them in such forth they will always be to me. Such forth I would never want to be a part of their organization and their structure, aka Army Nurse Corps and Army in general, military in general. Not something that I aspire to, but something I greatly accomplish goals in. It has been of great disgust that I leave them, and great disgust that I separate myself from them, because the values that they represent do not represent themselves in reality, but just on paper. And I will never requite myself as being part of an organization that lies in itself, falsely advertised to get poor innocent people to come and fight and shoot guns and do whatever it is, and then turn their back and say, well, here is somebody that's mentally ill and gun control and so forth, realizing that it's the same structure that made your children of such. In that sense, darlings, while it stands as is, right, they have much structuring and much change to do if we are to maintain our dignity and our strength as Americans. Because it is with wisdom we gain, it is through knowledge we gain wisdom, and wise actions are carried out by people of wisdom. Muscle is just muscle, and that's what it is, and that's where we are in the world. I can shoot you, so I invade your country. I hate your religion, I hate your culture, I hate the way you are, I hate you. I've heard it in the military before. You're black, gay, Jamaican, you're not American. As far as I'm concerned, the best Americans are American Indians. I am a naturalized citizen, and I believe I qualify as such, and for my freedom of choice and my freedom of expression. Now, let's get back to the organization and the misrepresentation of themselves. I have never joined any organization for money, but to achieve, and since I have achieved, and with any obstacles not being looked after as a member of that family, because you're black, gay, transvestite, Jamaican, or whatever, it is appalling. It's appalling the way I was treated. It's appalling that the way they still do treat people, and so forth. I will never become part of them, or have any hopes to be still achieve any goals as a part of any of them. It's just absolutely disgusting to me, their organization and their standards. I could never want to be a part of. With any advent of any reality that we look, I would like to give my support to children never to become victims of men of adversity. It is men of adversity that create war, who are not wise enough to stand up on their word, to give support to the weak and the strong. Instead, find your strength and the love in which God made you, your creator. Etalibi, God, Allah, Buddha, or Ra. Sanctify it with the people that have supported you all your life, because those that may be on earth, your relatives, may not be able to support you when you stand alone and you stand up for the basic truths of your life. Tenets of Christianity, tenets of love, devotion, and compassion. So never become a victim to men at adversity. Instead, rise up in the solitude of your values, to which they put on paper and do not represent and shout it out because you're a human being and you represent the continuity of what can be good, greater and better. You may never reach utopia, but as one Navy military service member told me, we were taught in war college, some cultures are obsolete and therefore they can be annihilated and controlled and invaded. I have never heard such bullcrap in my life. If we are to come back in a time in America when we are respected, when our word and our wisdom stands for something, then we must begin to see others as human beings, if so such as we deem them as illegitimately obsolete. I refuse to believe that, but since one or more such service member told me so, I have taken it into thought. And in that thought, I hope they are incorrect as I do further research. Now, 1 year ago today, it was raining when I wrote this little poem, and I want to read it tonight. It's called The Rain. It says here, when the rain comes aborted, the dryness of my song, it weighs and weighs each tune to the sweet song of my lonely, lowly beckon. I paid the fee, and I feel its touch, each drop, a roll on my dry, scaly corpse, a salt. When it soaks me, my tits swell. Set a sail on the sea of water again. With my hair, and the air sets me across the river for a fisherman to row me in and cover me in endeared gear. The rain it wraps and plays me well, till I sleep in peace to the sensual song of Mary de Wells, the sweet pitter-patter song. The rain song so strong claims each pain and pain of my eyes and ears to my lover's claims, and to the wetter waves in my pale, the pale I endear, the rain so pale and pale and soft to my ear. This is me, the Grand Duchess Rasmus Koenig, aka Ryan Tomlinson. Have a good evening. To all children, I give you the strength of my courage, the voice of my supplication. I give you, believe or not, the adversity of my life and those who made it such. For in that truth, if you could avoid one iota or one drop of what I went through, then you would be a better person and better for it. If you could learn one thing from what I have gone through and the adversity that I've traveled through, I would be so ever so grateful, because in learning we gain knowledge, in understanding we grow as brothers, and in that we can achieve greater goals. To all children, I give you my strength.